The first trailer of Babylon was released on September 13th. It was widely appreciated by viewers on social media who lauded Robbie's performance. From drug-fueled nights and outrageous dares to wild parties and vintage fast cars, the trailer captured a slice of the hedonism of the then Hollywood and presented it in a thrilling manner backed by the era's popular jazz music. Other prominent stars in the film include 𝙎𝙆𝙈𝙈𝙀𝙁, Lee Jun-lee, Jean Smart, Samara Weaving, Catherine Waterston and Tobey Maguire. The film was previously set for a limited release on December 25, 2022, followed by a wider release on January 6, 2023. It will now premiere across theaters on December 23, 2022. But some movie critics got the first opportunity to see the film at special screenings in the US in mid-November. While a few of them agree Babylon is indeed a fantastic piece of work from the Academy Award-winning Chazelle, others felt it went overboard with its depictions of loftiness and glamour. However, all critics are unanimous in their praise for Robbie, who, they say, triumphs in her role. This also implies that the Australian actress can be seen as a strong contender for an Academy Award nomination in 2023, which, if she gets the nod, would be the third in her career after I, Tonya, 2018, and Bombshell, 2020. The film's composer, Justin Hurwitz, has been praised as well. Hurwitz is an Academy Award-winning composer and is known for his long-time collaboration with Chazelle. He has worked on films such as Guy and Madeline on a Park Bench, 2009, Whiplash, 2014, La La Land, 2016, and First Man, 2018, all of which were directed by Chazelle. Babylon has a lot in common with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. In July 2019, Damien Chazelle announced his plans to direct Babylon from his own original screenplay. This was the same month that Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was released theatrically. The coincidences don't stop there. Both Babylon and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood star Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie, though Emma Stone was initially attached to Robbie's Babylon role, playing characters working in the film industry. These characters run the gamut from fictional to non-fictional, as Robbie played real-life actress Sharon Tate in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, while Brad Pitt's Babylon character is loosely inspired by real-life actor-director John Gilbert. Both movies are set during major shifts in the history of motion picture filmmaking. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is set in the late 1960s during the transition from the golden age of Hollywood to the new Hollywood. Meanwhile, Babylon is set in the late 1920s during the transition from silent films to sound films or talkies. Tarantino's Hollywood film grossed $337 million off a hefty budget of $96 million. Chazelle's Hollywood film was made on a similarly hefty budget of $78 million. How will Babylon stack up to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? It's difficult to say for sure, especially considering that Tarantino had a name like Leonardo DiCaprio on the poster of his film. And Al Pacino's name couldn't have hurt. Then there's another name that Tarantino had. His own. Tarantino has a net worth of $120 million, while Chazelle, a younger filmmaker despite his success, only nets $10 million. On top of this, Tarantino never had to compete with an Avatar film. The closest he came was in 2009 with *Inglourious Bastard*. That film also starred Brad Pitt and grossed a similar amount to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, raking in $321 million off a budget of $70 million. However, Bastard was out of theaters months before the first Avatar, 2009, shattered the holiday box office and took in over $1 billion. And the movie market has changed a lot since 2009. It's even changed a lot since 2019. Last year, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson ripped off his own hit comedy adventure films Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, 2017, and Jumanji, The Next Level, 2017, with Jungle Cruise, 2021. With co-star Emily Blunt beside The Rock, Jungle Cruise grossed nearly $221 million from a budget of $200 million. That sounds like a modest profit, right? Not with marketing costs factored in. In the end, Jungle Cruise barely broke even. If a star like The Rock couldn't draw audiences back to theaters at pre-pandemic numbers, who could? Last year, Ridley Scott ripped off Akira Kurosawa's groundbreaking classic Rashomon, 1950, with his historical drama, The Last Duel, 2021. Scott wasn't alone in his homage to Kurosawa. The multiple perspectives of the same rape screenplay for The Last Duel was written by Nicole Holofcener as well as Ben Affleck and Matt Damon in their first time writing for the screen together since their 1997 breakout hit, Good Will Hunting.